It's 8 a.m. right now. The latest on what UW police are saying was a sexual assault near the Madison campus this week. What we know is coming up. Plus, the special prosecutor in former President Trump's election case in Georgia has resigned. CBS's Bradley Blackburn brings us the details. And later, we'll introduce you to the music of the civil engineers in this month's Morning Notes. That's all ahead here on Weekend Mornings. And good morning, and thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Pazorski. It is Saturday, March 16th. We begin this morning with some new information on a crash that shut down traffic yesterday near Madison's Easttown Mall. Madison police now saying a bicyclist is dead after being hit by a vehicle. They say it happened around 6:20 Friday night. The person involved was riding their bike on Leon Road near Parkside Drive when they were hit. MPD saying the victim was a 35-year-old male. An investigation is now ongoing. Looking outside, overall, a breezy day is ahead. Now taking a look at our Capitol Skycam this morning in downtown Madison. First Warn meteorologist Jacob Montesano is standing by with what you need to know on today's weather. Good morning, Jacob. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Kyle. And I know when you talk about whose birthday it is today, you typically do someone who's alive. But I have to point out, today is James Madison's birthday.
Yes, a very good birthday.
Our city's named after him, so we got to give him a shout out, right?
Sure.
Even though he did pass away in 1836, so it's obviously been
Either
a while.
way, it's a happy birthday.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you have a city named after you. So let's take a look at the current temperature, 44 degrees. But as you also can see, we are seeing plenty of cloud cover. And that will be the big difference from today compared to yesterday is the cloud cover and also the wind. So looking at the current temperatures, very mild for this time of the day. We're right now in the middle 40s. Places near La Crosse are near 50, but temperatures have actually cooled down just a little bit over the last few hours. Temperatures may fall throughout the afternoon for a few locations, but looking at the current wind speeds, we are seeing some breezy weather, 22 miles per hour in Monroe, 20 miles per hour in La Crosse. So there are a few gusty areas, and our entire region is expected to be pretty windy today. So actual air temperatures will be similar to yesterday, but with the cloud cover and the wind, it certainly will feel colder, and they're not really going to change all that much. We're in the 40s right now. We could get to the lower 50s, but for the most part, we're going to stay in the upper 40s. And the winds are going to max out at around 20 miles per hour. Now, it's more likely that Madison gets to 50 rather than La Crosse, but still going to see plenty of cloud cover, and temperatures may start falling in the later afternoon a little bit earlier than they normally do, simply because the winds will shift from the northwest and bring in that cold air, and that will make way for a pretty cold St. Patrick's Day. I'll talk more in detail about that coming up a bit later.
A pretty good day overall for Madison's namesake. Jacob, thank you so much. Now to our top stories this morning. Madison police are investigating a reported sexual assault they say happened this week inside a home near the UW campus. Officers were called to a residence in the 2200 block of University Avenue shortly after the assault was reported. This was around 8:45 Thursday night. Police say there is no threat to the public, and this comes a week after university officials became aware of a sexual assault at a fraternity off Landon Street. And this morning, we want to make sure that resources are available for you if you or someone you know has been a victim of sexual assault. The number on your screen is for the RCC Sexual Violence Resource Center. Their hotline can be reached 24/7. Just give them a call at 608-251-7273. Crawford County authorities are asking for the public's help in finding a missing girl. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office on Friday issued a missing endangered person alert for 13-year-old Isabella Vandenberg. Authorities say she left her home in Mount Sterling on March 11th and has not been seen since. She is white, 5'4", with blonde straight hair to her shoulders and hazel eyes. If you have any information on her whereabouts, call the Crawford County Sheriff's Office at 608-326-8414. Two criminal cases involving former President Donald Trump are being impacted by decisions from judges. A special prosecutor in the Georgia election interference case has resigned, while in New York, a case involving payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels will be delayed. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
Hours after a judge's ruling in former President Trump's Georgia election interference case, special prosecutor Nathan Wade tendered his resignation. The judge's ruling ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to either step aside or order Wade to quit the case because they had been involved romantically and it created an appearance of impropriety.
He had to. There was no way that it was going to be the elected district attorney of Fulton County, Fani Willis, who was going to step down. After this decision came out.
On social media, former President Trump celebrated the decision, calling Wade a disgrace. In a letter to Willis, Wade wrote he was resigning in the interest of democracy and to move this case forward as quickly as possible. But an attorney who represented Kenneth Chesborough, who pleaded guilty last year in the Georgia case, says the legal wrangling has set back the start of a potential trial.
It means the case goes from almost impossible going to trial before November to actually impossible to go to trial before November.
Meanwhile, in New York City, another judge handed down a partial victory for former President Trump's legal team, ordering a 30-day delay in another criminal trial. Trump faces felony charges for falsification of business records related to payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump's attorneys had asked for a 90-day delay, claiming they just recently began receiving more than 100,000 pages of documents in pretrial discovery. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The New York trial could begin April 15th, but it could also face further delays. Altogether, former President Trump faces charges in 4 separate criminal cases, and his attorneys say he will use all legal options in his defense. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is getting a boost in her re-election efforts for this fall. Friday, she received an endorsement from the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. She visited a retirement community in Madison, where the committee's chairman presented her with a pair of red boxing gloves to declare her the champion of Wisconsin seniors. Baldwin spoke with residents as part of a roundtable on Medicare and Social Security, sharing personal stories about their importance.
We always talk about the three-legged stool, that we should be able to retire with Social Security, our pensions, and our savings. I know people like my own mother, whose pension was maybe $200, $300 a month. She had no savings, and Social Security was there.
The committee says since Baldwin has been in office, she routinely casts votes that are beneficial for seniors and their families. And one of Baldwin's potential Republican challengers for November is offering to donate his congressional salary to charity if voters elect him. That was part of businessman Eric Hovde's message in a new election ad. Baldwin and Wisconsin Democrats have tried to put Hovde's background as a multimillionaire banker from California in focus. Hovde posted his new campaign ad to X, writing in part, "I don't need special interest money, and I won't take it, rather. I can't be bought. That's why, as your senator, I'll donate my entire salary to a Wisconsin charity every year." The days of being stuck behind someone with a cart full of items in the self-checkout line at Target are now over. The Minnesota-based retail giant has announced that customers will be limited to no more than 10 items if they go through the self-checkout. The change to express self-checkout goes into effect on Sunday at most of the chain's 2,000 stores nationwide. Target says it piloted the express self-checkout option in 200 stores last year and found the checkout process was twice as fast in those stores. Target also says it plans on opening more traditional lanes that are staffed by employees. And in more consumer news for home buyers and sellers, the National Association of Realtors, which represents more than 1 million realtors, settled a landmark antitrust lawsuit Friday, agreeing to pay $418 million in damages. But the key here is that it also agreed to eliminate rules on commissions. The standard 5 to 6% commission will no longer be the rule. If the settlement is approved, both buyers and sellers will be able to negotiate fees with realtors. Now to some medical news, including how improving the air improves kids' health, plus a new way to test for colon cancer. Michael George reports.
Blood tests are proving effective at detecting colon cancer. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine finds blood testing is 83% accurate when used on average-risk colon cancer patients not showing symptoms. That's similar to at-home stool tests. Medical jargon and abbreviations can make hospital discharge summaries difficult to understand. But a new study suggests artificial intelligence can transform them into patient-friendly language. Researchers at NYU Langone Health put 50 forms through an AI model. More than 80% became more easily readable. Reducing carbon dioxide emissions from cars and investing in electric vehicles could improve the health of children and save money. That's according to researchers at Columbia University, who found policies that cap CO2 emissions and invest in mass transit reduce air pollution and could prevent tens of thousands of cases of infant mortality, autism, and asthma. They also found preventing these health issues could save $82 million in costs annually. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Time now is 8:08. Still ahead, we take a look at what you need to know if you plan to see the solar eclipse in a couple of weeks. And let's take a live look outside again. Jake will have your full forecast just ahead on weekend mornings.
Jalen Banks, News 3 Now at 6 and 10, weekends moving forward.
Backyard living season is here. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
What's your up north? No matter what up north means to you, we've got you covered. Everything for your weekend lifestyle is at the new Up North Expo, March 15th through 17th at Alliant Energy Center in Madison. See and test the latest products. Shop home furnishings. Learn how to play pickleball. Meet builders and real estate pros. Chow down at tasty food trucks. Grab a friend and join the fun at the new Up North Expo, March 15th through 17th, Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner. That means your priorities are ours, too. Our retirement tools and advice can help you leave a legacy for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo. Proven to help repigment skin over time. Restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
Repigmentation is possible. Ask your dermatologist today about starting or refilling Opzelura. Pursue it.
Stop waiting for online orders. Rock Auto Parts ship in a few hours, 24 hours a day. On the carrier you choose, with tracking at each step.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for the weekend. We are going to be pretty windy with colder temperatures, especially tomorrow and Monday. And for the most part, we are going to be dry with only a very small chance of a sprinkle this afternoon or possibly some flurries later on in the weekend. But if it does precipitate, it will be very, very light. So looking at the forecast for today, we'll have highs around 50. We are expected to see more clouds compared to yesterday, and it is going to be windier. So even though the actual temperatures aren't going to be too far off, at least for southern Wisconsin, it is going to feel colder. Areas north of La Crosse may start to see the temperatures fall, especially during the afternoon. And a lot of our area will see the temperatures fall earlier than usual, simply because the winds are going to shift out of the northwest and bring in some of that cold air. And that will continue for tonight as lows will drop into the 20s. So a lot colder tomorrow morning than it is right now, as we're going to see partly cloudy to mostly clear skies with cloud cover again for Sunday. But temperatures are going to certainly be colder, as we'll have highs in the 30s, and we will continue to see some breezy conditions. So let's take a look at those wind gusts. We could see wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour today. So today will be windier than tomorrow, but as I mentioned, tomorrow will be colder. As we get into the overnight hours, we'll see wind gusts calm down a little bit, but pick back up during the day, as we will still see some wind gusts between 25 and 30 miles per hour. So about 5 to 10 miles per hour calmer, but still windy nonetheless. If you have any outdoor plans for St. Patrick's Day, I suggest you bundle up because it's going to be pretty chilly. Now looking at cloud cover, we'll see clouds throughout today, clear skies for the most part tonight, and then we'll see more clouds develop for Sunday with clearing out again Sunday night into Monday. but like I said, we do have a very small chance of some flurries, maybe even some snow showers. But for the most part, we're going to be dry. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to see a little bit more sunshine as we continue to be dry. And our next chance of solid rain won't come until later in the day on Thursday and Thursday night. So as we look at the temperature forecast, we'll be in the 30s again for Monday, so 2 cold days in a row. And then for next week, we're going to be struggling to get to 50. Now, the average high right now is 43, and by the time we get to the middle of next week, the average high will be in the middle 40s. So we're talking about temperatures pretty much right on average for several straight days. Now, for the most part, over the last couple of months, we've seen a lot of days above average, but that's not necessarily going to be the case going forward. We're going to have a little bit of a cool trend, which is a lot different than what we've seen lately. So here's a look at across the 10-day forecast. 30 Sunday and Monday. Could get to 50 on Tuesday, but for the most part, we're going to see 40s for the rest of next week. And then, as I mentioned, we have a good chance of rain towards the end of the week and next weekend. But for the next 5 days, we're going to be pretty dry. Now, by the time we get to next weekend, that chance of rain and possible snow does look to be pretty significant, but we'll have more details on that system as it gets closer.
All right, Jacob, thank you. The James Webb Space Telescope has made an unusual discovery deep in the stars. According to NASA, astronomers have detected 2 young stars that are surrounded by common chemical ingredients found in vinegar, ant stings, and even margaritas. They observed acetic acid, which is a component of alcohol. The team also found sulfur dioxide, and that's important because scientists believe sulfurous compounds might have played a key role for life to form on Earth. The chemical molecules detected around the stars could be crucial ingredients for potentially habitable worlds. And in some other celestial news, we're just a few weeks away from a total solar eclipse, which will be visible from 13 states. And a question you may be having is, will it be visible from Wisconsin? Our Catherine Merck spoke to an expert right here in Madison about what you'll see come April 8th.
Next month's solar eclipse will be the only time you'll be able to see it touch the continental United States for another 20 years. So an astronomy professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison says you should take advantage of it.
It's a unique experience. You don't see this anywhere else except on the path of totality.
James Lattis at UW-Madison showed me this graphic he made of how much of the eclipse you'll be able to see from Madison. As you can see, it's not the full coverage as other states as close as Indiana will experience. So if you want to shoot for the moon and get the full view next month, now's the time to check your travel plans to see this rare event.
Before 2017, the last one had been 1970, so there had been a long gap.
The eclipse will happen for the Madison area just after 2 o'clock on April 8th. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And in more local news, the third Friday of March might not mean anything to you, but for medical students nationwide, it's when they learn where they'll complete their residencies and fellowships. On Friday, one UW Med student allowed us to be there when he found out where he'd be going. Dan Schroeder spent 12 years in the Navy with deployments to Iraq, Kuwait, and Bahrain. Now he's in his medical school journey, one that will continue not far from Madison.
Aurora St. Luke's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was one of my top choices, just down the road here, which is very good for me and my family.
Schroeder was one of more than 170 UW students who received matches on Friday, and he hopes to specialize in radiology. And now to some nice news out of the Coulee region. A woman is being recognized in Holmen for her dedication and hard work on her family farm. Michael Germain was at the celebration and has the story.
For many teenagers, the norm is waking up and going to school every morning. But that wasn't the case for June.
I'd get up in the morning and I'd do that work. And sometimes I just didn't care if I got on that school bus or not.
June attended Pittsville High School until her sophomore year when everything changed. June's father was forced to spend weeks in the hospital at a time, leaving June in charge when he was gone. She had to balance hours of farm chores with high school, and after a while, it became too much.
She just burned out and she couldn't do it, and she made a decision to keep the farm going.
June dedicated herself to keeping the farm running, choosing to leave the high school life behind her and not graduate. That is until today, when she got a bit of her high school experience back. The Pittsville High School principal and other community members presented June with the Pittsville Varsity Letter of Agriculture. Her family says they couldn't be more proud of her.
We were like just stunned. My wife was crying.
Finally getting the recognition for the sacrifices she made.
I've always wanted a letter, and now I have one, and I'm very happy about that.
June's son adds that her mother never complained about her time on the farm and that she always put her family first.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain reporting there. Well, stick around. Coming up, Jacob has a quick check at today's weather. Plus, we're all set to meet the civil engineers. Their story music is next here on Weekend Mornings.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Here's California banker Eric Hovde, running for U.S. Senate. But Hovde's lifestyle? Pure California. CEO of a billion-dollar bank. Here's Hovde's over $7 million Laguna Beach mansion. And 3 years in a row, Eric Hovde was named one of Orange County's most influential residents. Multimillionaire California banker Eric Hovde. On Wisconsin's side, don't bank on it. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
This is your chance to save 65% on a year of getting fit and healthy with Body. Stop beating yourself up with these fad diets and extreme workouts. I'm Body Super Trainer Lacey Green, and I'm gonna help you lose weight step by step with the one approach that you can use for the rest of your life. It's called Body, an app with over 120 workout programs, easy to follow nutrition plans, and my 3-week program called For Beginners Only. Sign up for a year and save 65%. Go to BODI.com.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar.
Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Do not go.
It's free if I do it, babe.
Whoa, you need the experts. Let the experts at Feldco make your home renewal project a cinch with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. Free installation won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Let the design team at Waunakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Let's check out some weather photos of the day. This first one was sent in to us by Carol from Buffalo Lake, and I noticed that whenever this photo was taken, the lake still looks to be a little bit frozen. But thank you nonetheless, Carol, for submitting your photo. And our second weather photo of the day was sent in to us by Darlene from Judah, showing the sun right on the horizon, and that's pretty much the definition of on the horizon. As you could see, it pretty much cut in half by the ground. So thank you, Darlene, for submitting your photo as well. And if you would like to submit your own photo, you can through our website. Go to channel3000.com, click on the weather tab, scroll down till you see post your own. It's as simple as that. Just give us the location and your name. You folks have been awesome with your photo submission, and even you folks in La Crosse can do this on any given time if you feel like it. But yeah, that's how you post your own photos. And keep up the great work, everyone. You've been submitting a lot of photos, and we love them.
Say my name before you go. Cause it sounds so sweet when it leaves your lips.
Well, that is the sound of these civil engineers. And no, this is not a job title, rather a funk band that started off by playing a work function together. Photojournalist Christopher Hawbaker went to their MaxInc radio show to bring us this edition of Morning Notes.
The civil engineers started building bridges to funk, rock, and soul in Madison in 2013 and saving bridges somewhere along the way. The 7-piece signature groove features the soaring vocals of Molly Fish underscored by a funky rhythm section that gives way to hard-hitting horns.
We started at Epic. We all worked there and got thrown together to do a band for their 2012 rock and roll themed users group meeting. 3 of the civil engineers are still from that original group in 2012.
Carl Retke plays our drums, and we have Kyle Wrightley playing guitar.
Is our trumpet player, Garrick Rome. He's the 3rd original member from 2012 at Epic. He is the keyboard player. Jason's the sax player.
Yeah, so tonight our singer Molly will be here. I'm here, obviously. Our bass player Tilo, who also plays guitar, is going to play acoustic.
One of the funkiest bass players in Wisconsin.
He is. He's got a great, walking bass lines. I've always noticed that about your music.
Finding that rhythm that makes me excited, finding that bass line that makes me move, and you'll see that when we're playing, like I'm the one that's moving around on stage.
We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable.
Nick Murphy, who plays in a lot of bands, Educational Davis is probably the most well-known one, is also going to sit in and play guitar as well.
Today we're going to be doing kind of a pared down set, which we haven't done in a really long time and we're excited about. We're just doing like acoustic stuff.
Instead of out of time, yeah. Well, this night can be endless, yeah.
Normally we're big dance, funk, soul, Motown.
We like playing big shows to large audiences. Live playing is really where it's at for us.
They cannot make me regret if you just say my name.
Where did you get your start in music?
I've been kind of a ham my whole life. I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, I'm a performer. I took piano lessons, I took voice lessons, kind of developed it from there.
We have 0 civil engineers. When they played their first show before my time,
The Save the Bridge party, it was a house party, it was just a silly idea.
building this fake bridge across Lake Monona. And so they called themselves the Civil Engineers, and that name just kind of stuck.
You can catch the Civil Engineers, all 7 members that is, on April 27th at the Harmony Bar with their friends, the Invisible Cartoons out of Chicago. Also go to channel3000.com for a web-exclusive video of the band. Coming up next here on Weekend Mornings, a look at our top headlines. Stick with us. This is Weekend Mornings.
It took 138 iterations to refine the Tiguan chassis, but it also took 189 pizzas and 52 all-nighters. The meticulously refined Tiguan. Get 0% APR financing or a $2,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Tiguan during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my healing after Joe died. But with the Grace's grief support, I found hope, friends, and the strength to move forward.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Backyard living season is here. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner. That means your priorities are ours, too. Our retirement tools and advice can help you leave a legacy for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
How you sleep sets your entire life in motion. So live your best life by getting your best sleep on a Doctor's Choice mattress. The perfect combination of support and comfort.
In fact, I've been recommending it to my patients for over 20 years.
Visit us in-store or online and discover all the benefits of Doctor's Choice, only at Denver Mattress.
Bet you didn't see that. But if you were an Atlas and could detect things in 0.02 seconds, you would have. The Atlas with Front Assist. Get 1.9% APR financing or a $3,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary event.
Now at 8:30, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. Some notes ahead on how to stay safe while celebrating.
And I'll talk you through your weekend and St. Patrick's Day forecast coming up.
Plus, it's the Badger State Spelling Bee today. We'll share where students, today's spellers rather, hope to spell their way to. That's all ahead here on this new half hour of Weekend Mornings. And again, thank you for sticking with us. Let's begin this half hour by sending it over to Jacob Montesano for a look at your Saturday forecast. Jacob, like we were mentioning in our 5 a.m. show, we got the lacrosse parade today for St. Patrick's Day. Tomorrow is the Madison parade. You and I might be going to the one in Madison tomorrow. Going to be pretty exciting, but a little chilly, like you're mentioning.
Yeah, if you plan on attending, definitely bundle up because we may see temperatures well below average, which is kind of a phenomenon these last couple of weeks. Now, looking at the current temperatures, 44 degrees in Madison. We are seeing plenty of cloud cover, and we're going to continue to see cloud cover throughout much of the day. Current temperatures are mostly in the 40s across Wisconsin, so very mild this morning, but they're also not going to rise too much simply because the winds are going to be the west-northwest, which brings in some colder air. So although the temperatures will rise a few degrees, they're not going to go much further. Now, the further north and west you're located, specifically near La Crosse, you folks may not see those temperatures rise at all since the winds are kind of already coming out of the northwest. And a lot of our areas seeing wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles per hour. So on top of the temperatures not really changing, it's also going to be pretty windy. So here's a look at that forecast. Pretty consistent temperatures for La Crosse all day as the winds will be up to 20 miles per hour. It'll be cloudy, maybe some sunshine later in the day, but it's going to remain windy. And for Madison, temperatures will rise a little bit more simply because the winds are still out of the west and they won't be from the northwest until a little bit later in the day. So high temperatures might reach the lower 50s, but for the most part, it will definitely feel colder than yesterday, even though the actual temperatures won't be too much colder. But I'll talk more in detail about St. Patrick's Day forecast, but like we mentioned, it is looking pretty chilly. I'll have more details on that coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. And just a reminder for those celebrating this weekend, AAA is offering free rides home for those who've had too much to drink now through 6 a.m. Monday. The Tow to Go campaign offers a free ride home for any impaired drivers and a tow for their vehicles. However, AAA asks that the service is to be used only as a last resort. What you shouldn't do is going out relying on this service. But if you or someone you know does end up needing a ride, give Tow to Go a call at the number on your screen, and that is 8552-TOW2GO. Now news around Wisconsin. We start in Forest County, where dozens of people had to be treated for carbon monoxide exposure after a furnace malfunctioned in a school this week. The Crandon School District said a total of 39 people received medical care after suddenly becoming ill. Students and staff complained of lightheadedness, shortness of breath, slurred speech, and rapid heartbeat, prompting hazmat crews to be called to the campus. The building houses elementary, middle, and high school students. 2 EMS workers also had to be treated for exposures. School was canceled on Friday. Students, staff, and others in the UW lacrosse community got to meet its next chancellor yesterday. Dr. James Beebe shared his vision for the university, which he'll take over to lead officially beginning July 1st. Beebe comes from Kenny State College in New Hampshire, where he serves as the school's vice president of academic affairs as well as provost. He was one of 3 finalists announced by Universities of Wisconsin Regents following the termination of Dr. Joe Gao in December. Remember, Gao was fired after pornographic videos he and his wife appeared in online became public knowledge. And now looking ahead to next month, the Autism Society of South Central Wisconsin wants to see you at this annual One Walk, Big Strides for Autism fundraiser. The walk is scheduled for Sunday, April 21st at McKee Farmers Park in Fitchburg, but the efforts to raise money are already underway. Like most charity walks, teams are formed with members raising money off community donations, and this is the Society's biggest and most popular event each year. Thousands of dollars are raised for autism programming, events, and other initiatives. The Autism Society says 1 in 36 kids are born on the spectrum, which is why fundraisers like this help raise awareness.
Our theme this year is We Shine Brighter Together. So we love that this event happens in April, which is Autism Acceptance Month, and we just love the community coming together, feeling that support.
You don't know these people coming into it, you don't know their walk in life, but the one thing you all understand with it is that they want to be a part of something greater than just their family, their community.
And once again, that walk takes place on Sunday, April 21st at 11 a.m. at Fitchburg's McKee Farmers Park. If you'd like to register for it, just visit autismsouthcentral.org. And next, your word is today, as the Badger State Spelling Bee will take place later this afternoon. This is video from last year's national championship, which today's competitors will hope to go to. 51 spellers from across the state qualified to participate in the State Bee. They range from grades 5th through 8th and are vying for an opportunity to be one of 2 spellers who will represent Wisconsin at the National Spelling Bee. And that event is on May 28th in D.C. Today's Bee will take place at the Mitby Theater on the Madison College campus beginning at 1, and it's being sponsored by the Wisconsin State Journal. Time now is 5:36. Still ahead, Will Loper checks in with the 3 things you should watch, and here's today's day in history.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. During Chevy truck season, get 0.9% financing on all 2023 and 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or qualified lessees can get this Silverado for $499 a month.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
I would never show my teeth. Never. Would never smile. And it forces you into this submission of silence because you don't think that anybody's going to take what you have to say seriously. Invisalign has changed my life forever.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
Marlene is proud to celebrate 120 years as a family-owned and operated lumber yard in Wisconsin. Throughout the years, Marlene Lumber and Homeworks has expanded its product lines to include cabinetry, windows, doors, and much more. Our showrooms in Janesville and Madison are state-of-the-art. They're ready for you to see the many ways your building or remodeling vision can come to reality with the help of our in-house designers. Marlene Lumber and Homeworks for all your building and remodeling needs. Marlene.com, celebrating 120 years.
Campaign 2024 is heating up in battleground Wisconsin, and News 3 Now is bringing you complete team coverage throughout this crucial election year. From the candidates to the issues that matter to you, the voters. Campaign 2024 on News 3 Now, moving forward.
Monday at 10, newly built condos in DeForest turned out to be much less than promised to residents. We were duped. I'll show you how a call for action is getting results to help solve this condo chaos. Monday on News 3 Now at 10.
So looking at the precipitation chances over the next 7 days, we're certainly going to be mostly dry through Wednesday. Later in the day on Thursday into Thursday night, we do have a good chance of rainfall, but a better chance of rain will come towards next weekend beyond just the next 7 days. So this is the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook showing pretty much the end of the month, and it does show that we are going to see above average precipitation, and that is including really the entire country. Now we'll have a little bit more details on this system as it gets closer, but I would say prepare right now for the potential of a good amount of rain, possibly some snow by the time we get to next weekend. It's still unclear based on the temperatures, but like I said, we'll have more details on it, but next weekend kind of around March 23rd to March 25th. As we look at the temperatures, this is the big reason why we're still not sure if it's going to be rain or snow, probably a mixture of both, because temperatures will be pretty close to average, which means high temperatures above freezing, but low temperatures below it.
All right, Jacob, thank you. There is no shortage of films and shows streaming on this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in today's 3 Things to Watch.
I was born with a chance to be somebody.
Newly streaming on Apple TV Plus is the series Manhunt.
How does a well-known actor commit murder in front of an audience of 1,500 people and escape?
The show follows the hunt for the man who killed Abraham Lincoln.
There's a bounty on the head of Booth I intend to collect.
The first 2 episodes of Manhunt are streaming on Apple TV Plus now.
You've been on my mind recently. Yeah? Because you keep popping up in my dreams. You don't do anything, you're just there.
Newly streaming on Max is the 2023 film Dream Scenario.
Have you been dreaming about me?
Have I been dreaming about you?
Yeah.
The offbeat comedy stars Nicolas Cage as a man who begins appearing in people's dreams all around the world without explanation.
Why me? I don't know. I'm special, I guess.
How does it feel to go viral?
Who's actually had a dream about me?
Dream Scenario is streaming on Max now.
So I'm finally cool, huh?
I didn't say that.
What brings you to Ireland?
A wedding.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, no, it's not mine.
And newly streaming on Netflix is the film Irish Wish.
I wish I was marrying Paul Kennedy. What the?
Lindsay Lohan plays Maddie, who makes a wish to be with her crush. But when she wakes up as the bride-to-be, she realizes she may love someone else.
I know this might sound strange, but I'm not sure this is supposed to be my life.
Irish Wish is streaming on Netflix now. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
And still to come, Zach is going to check in with Friday's news and sports. Plus, let's take another live look outside. Jacob will have his full forecast just ahead on Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Backyard living season is here. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo. Proven to help repigment skin over time. Restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
Repigmentation is possible. Ask your dermatologist today about starting or refilling Opzelura. Pursue it.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner. That means your priorities are ours, too. Our retirement tools and advice can help you leave a legacy for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's one final look at the 3 things you need to know for the weekend. It's going to be windy throughout the weekend with colder temperatures for Sunday and Monday. Now, today will definitely feel colder than yesterday, but the actual temperatures won't be too far off from what we saw. And we also are going to be mostly dry, but we can't rule out either a sprinkle this afternoon or a light flurry Sunday or Monday. But if it does precipitate, it's going to be very, very light. Now, here's a look at the high temperature forecast today. We'll see highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s with mostly cloudy skies. And like I mentioned, with the cloud cover and the wind, it will feel a lot colder. And the further north and west you're located, north of La Crosse, temperatures will be falling a little bit during the afternoon. And some areas may see the temperatures start to fall a bit earlier than they normally do. So we are going to see cooler temperatures tonight as those temperatures continue to fall. So we'll see lows in the 20s compared to the 40s that we're seeing right now. So it's going to be quite a bit colder tomorrow. High temperatures for Sunday are going to be in the middle 30s. So if you have any outdoor plans for St. Patrick's Day, definitely bundle up. We're going to continue to see cloud cover. We'll also continue to see windy conditions, but they're not going to be as bad as today. And for the most part, we will remain dry. Again, a light flurry is possible, but other than that, we're not going to see much. So wind gusts today could reach up to 35 miles per hour for some areas, and it will improve a little bit during the overnight hours and then pick back up a little bit during the day on Sunday. But again, today will be windier than tomorrow, as tomorrow we'll only see wind gusts between 25 and 30 miles per hour, so around 5 to 10 miles per hour calmer, and they're all going to be better by Monday. So looking at the cloud cover and precipitation forecast, clouds today, clear tonight for the most part tonight. Clouds will then develop again during the day tomorrow before they break up Sunday night. And then we'll see partly sunny skies during the day on Monday, especially for southern Wisconsin. But more clouds will develop Monday night with some sunshine Tuesday. I mean, really, we are going to be dry with just some on and off cloud cover. But there really is no no real significant chance of precipitation until we get towards the end of the week. Now, as we look at the temperature forecast, we're going to struggle to hit 50 after today. Even today we'll struggle to hit 50, but we'll see 30s Sunday and Monday, and then 40s for the rest of next week. Now, by the time we get to the middle of next week, we're talking about average high temperatures in the middle 40s. So these temperatures are going to be pretty close, if not below average, by the end of the 10-day forecast. And we really haven't seen consistent temperatures near or below average since that stretch in January. So there's a little bit of a change to this pattern, but they're not going to be terribly cold. And obviously temperatures will bounce back eventually, since, you know, it is March. Typically the temperatures warm up, but just prepare for some colder temperatures the next 10 days.
All right, Jacob, thank you. And now to a check of Friday's news and sports with Zach.
2019 was the last time Wisconsin reached the semifinals in the Big Ten tournament. A win over Northwestern gets them that. Now, the two just met once in the regular season, with the Badgers winning by 8 at the Kohl Center. Wisconsin coming off a hot shooting performance against Maryland. Chucky Hepburn didn't start and didn't play. Stephen Crowell, though, making sure the Badgers wouldn't need him. He splashes home the triple. Wisconsin led by 4 at the break. Big Steve finished with 19 points. Second half, well, that was just another episode of the A.J. Storr Show. A little step back triple jack from Storr, who at this point should just change his last name to Score. Then later, Storr takes it to the cup with ease. 17 second-half points from him for a career-high 30 to lead Wisconsin past Northwestern and on to Purdue in the semifinals. Andrew Banster was there and has more on Storr's big-time performance on the big stage.
When A.J. Storr found out Chucky Hepburn wasn't playing today, he knew the assignment. Without his top facilitator, Storr created for himself, scoring a career-high 30 points while sending his Badgers to the semis.
Back to Storr! The alley-oop for the Badgers!
AJ's a great player. He does a lot of things that you can't necessarily teach, and he bails us out a lot of things where he can get a shot off, shot clock running down, or he can create something when things aren't really looking good for us.
I just came into the game, Chucky told us before the game he wasn't playing, so that kind of just motivated all of us to play harder, and I ended up playing 35 minutes, didn't know, but it went great.
He was amazing. I loved what he did today. Just played like a pro today, a true pro today. Took great shots, rebounded, defended them. I think this is one of his best games for sure.
Oh, AJ, like he always is, it was great. He's always helping us out whenever we need it to go get that bucket if we go in scoring droughts. And Mr. 30-piece, I didn't even know he had 30 until we got in here. So that just goes to show that he was all over the place.
Step back, Storr looking for the three and finds it.
Greg Gard said what he liked most from Storr was his shot selection, but added that's been a work in progress, something they've been working on all season long. I'd say the hard work has paid off. At the Target Center, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
In less than 12 hours, the Wisconsin women will hit the ice for their regional final matchup against St. Louis, with the winner heading to the Frozen Four. And history is on the Badgers' side. In the previous 6 times LeBron has been a host site, UW is a perfect 6-0, advancing to the Frozen Four each time. And while Mark Johnson's squad might not be thinking about that, they do know that the barn will be rocking.
It's a special place. The fans are very supportive. They encourage our team, and they show up, and so it's a credit to the players, because it's a hard task to get in this position.
Getting our crowd and our fans here and getting that energy in the building is going to be something that's going to be super special to us, and we're all super excited for, because obviously that energy does lead into our locker room and lead to how we perform on the ice sometimes. So that'll be really nice to have. We know it'll be buzzing in there.
Wisconsin held its annual Pro Day Friday morning with NFL scouts and Packers GM Brian Gutekunst watching their every move as the Badgers try to boost their draft stock. And for guys like Tanner Bortolini, Braylon Allen, and Muma Jongmeta, who were invited to the Combine earlier in the month, well, it was another opportunity for them to show they have what it takes to play in the league.
I think it's a really cool opportunity, be at Pro Day, because at the Combine, you're kind of really on your own. I mean, you're with other O-linemen, but when you're at your Pro Day, you got the whole school behind you and your whole team behind you. So it's been a really great experience so far. It's a lot of time, work, and hours put in, but to see the results I got, I was really happy with that.
It went well. Tough workout they put me through. It was a lot of fun, though. I'm glad I got to, show some ability, catching the ball, running some routes, and doing some position work. Overall, it was a good day for me.
And Abundant Life is moving on to the Division V state championship game after a 5-point win in their semifinal matchup. The challengers are making the most of their first trip to the state tournament. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Hey, thanks, Zach. Can come up next. It's not too late to get a lottery ticket for the Mega Millions. Had no winner last night. That's next on Weekend Mornings.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. So they asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers, like up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone. So I said, if I'm going to be on TV, do you think I can get hair and makeup? And I even got a manicure, too.
Introducing Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Exclusive offers just for our customers. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for Imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I would never show my teeth. Never. Would never smile. And it forces you into this submission of silence because you don't think that anybody's going to take what you have to say seriously. Invisalign has changed my life forever.
It's replacement window season. Do you have ugly, hard to open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows. Because when you buy two, you get two free. Buy two Champion windows, get two free? I guess that means if you buy four, you get four free. Buy six, get six free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy Two, Get Two free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
And finally this morning, it's not too late to win the massive Mega Millions jackpot. There's no big winner on Friday. It was the 28th consecutive drawing with no ticket matching all of the numbers. Now the estimated jackpot rises to $875 million. The next Mega Millions drawing will be on Tuesday. And hey, by the way, tonight's Powerball jackpot is also big. The drawing will be worth an estimated $600 million. Hopefully with St. Patrick's Day, someone will be the lucky leprechaun. Anyway, Jacob, let's get one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, here's the 10-day forecast for La Crosse. Pretty dry for the next 5 days, but we are expecting some rain and snow towards the end of the 10-day forecast for the beginning of the following week, as temperatures will be pretty consistent for the second half of the 10-day forecast. Highs will continuously be in the middle 40s, but for the next couple of days, we'll see upper 40s today, upper 30s tomorrow and Monday, possibly near 50 on Tuesday, and then after Tuesday, we'll kind of stay in the middle 40s. So generally a bit cooler going forward. After today, there's no 50s in the 10-day forecast, and there's nothing even close to 60. So we may not see the 60s return until possibly the end of the month, if not April. So just it is going to be colder, and if you have any plans for St. Patrick's Day, definitely bundle up because that day especially is going to be cold with the breezy conditions. So enjoy the weather today. This will be the warmest it will be for a while, but it's still going to be windy.
Jacob, thank you, Jake. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Saturday, everyone.